Episode 12 starts with the clones breaching into the medical bay where Ahsoka and Rex are holding out in. Rex asks Ahsoka if she's got a plan, and she replies with yes, set your blasters to stun, as she doesn't want to hurt or harm the clones in any way. Throughout this moment, Rex tells Ahsoka that Maul has broken out, and Ahsoka tells Rex that she knows because she's the one who let him out. And it cuts to Maul listening to the troops' intercoms from the last episode when he chopped that trooper's arm off and stole the intercoms. Because he knew where all the clones were, he went into the hyperdrive system and completely demolished the whole room engines, which then made there's a close-up of the engines all breaking down, which then made the ship, the Ventador, come out of hyperspace all damaged and broken, smoking. But we later then find out that the ship is heading straight into a planet. It gets stuck in the solar system of the planet and it just goes straight into it. Ahsoka and Rex make their way to the hangar bays where they find the ship, but when they find the ship they also find the bay doors open full of clone troopers ready to execute Order 66. And as I'm seeing this, Rex is having a moment where he doesn't know what to do, he's stressed. All those clones are ready to kill without hesitation, but Ahsoka's not willing to hurt anybody. So he's showing emotion where all of his brothers have turned. And Ahsoka reassures him, speaking about that he's a really good soldier and that everybody else out there is a good soldier and she's not willing to hurt anybody. Which then Rex reassures himself that they might get out of here and that Ahsoka's got a plan to help him get out. This plan involves Rex taking Ahsoka out to Jessie and saying that she's not a Jedi, and she hasn't been for a while, because it's true, she hasn't. She's done this as a citizen. But then Jessie replies with, your orders were to execute Ahsoka Tano and any trooper that disobeys. So Maul, while this is happening, is running to that ship and he gets aboard and starts to fly off, which Ahsoka, which reminds me of a Force Unleashed moment, grabs the ship and holds it in position, but then she soon lets it go as she needs to help Rex. As this is happening, we see a close-up of Maul, and in my opinion he's showing a distressed face, like he feels bad for Ahsoka. Ahsoka and Rex then find another ship, but they lose it. Rex is in it, but Ahsoka doesn't make it, which comes to this scene where it reminds me of Force Unleashed again, when she's falling through all the ship parts. This is then jumped to a scene with Rex walking back to the ship with a backpack and a shovel. This indicates that he's probably buried all of his brothers on board the Ventador. As he's there, he looks back to see Ahsoka standing in front of all the clones buried with the helmets on top. As it's panning through all of those clones, it zooms in and ends on Jessie's helmet, indicating the good soldier Jessie has now died for Order 66. As Ahsoka's mourning over all these, she lifts up her lightsaber from her hips. Just one of them. She lifts it up, looks at it, and slowly, deeply thinks, and slowly opens up her hand and releases the lightsaber, dropping it onto the floor, resembling she's dropping her past onto the floor, leaving it behind, because she knows that's her Jedi weapon, and now times have changed and she cannot carry that weapon around, as that's a significant way to distinguish her past. She's got to leave it behind. The last few scenes cut to this ship landing in a snowy biome. This ship is for high-ranking Imperials only. So, questions who's it for? The images now are of stormtroopers in the snow with with droids scanning the area, flying about. This scene's after showing us that this is where Ahsoka was last standing. Her and Rex. It's where the ship crashed into the planet. Obviously, because the snow's there, it's been over a great deal of time. It's been over a great deal of time because the snow is there. And last we saw it, there was no snow. Darth Vader is walking up to the crashed ship, which then is zoomed in on him picking up a specific item, being Ahsoka's lightsaber. Darth Vader is picking up Ahsoka's lightsaber that she left on the floor, and he's rubbing the snow off of her blade, or her hilt, let's say her hilt, cleaning it off, getting rid of the snow, and examining it. While he's examining the hilt, he activates the blue blade. The blue blade that he given to Ahsoka when he last met her. This, in my opinion, is Anakin opening up the blade, igniting the blade, in remembering her, remembering that he made that and gave that to her. He then looks up to the sky to see a bird, and that's a very specific bird that I want to go into greater detail later. And also, this image here is, if you look closely at the lens, in my opinion, you can see blue eyes through those. Not Sith yellow, blue eyes. That's, in my opinion, Anakin's last moments. He's suffering inside the suit. And then the film, the series, the episode is ended with Darth Vader slowly moving away from the visor, vanishing, and then boom, created by George Lucas, the end of the Clone Wars TV series. What a way to end it. Couldn't have went out a better way.